3, 2, 1. Recording. Ready, Mark?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Funnies. My name is Mark Klaber. I am the co-producer of this show with Denise Medina. Everybody wave to Denise. She's in the corner over there. Everybody wave. Yay, Denise. Anyways, the show this evening is a fundraiser for Cancer Schmancer. And let me read a little bit about, I lost it here, what Cancer Schmancer is. And I'll read it from my phone here. Fran Drescher launched the Cancer Schmancer movement, a nonprofit organization dedicated to encouraging women everywhere to take control of their bodies, partner with the physicians, and learn the early warning symptoms for women's cancer. That's what this is for. And if you guys can give $1 or $2 or $5 or $10, that would be great. And if you can't, that's all right too. You just watch the show. But if you want, you could give it, it's www.cancerschmancer.org. That's SCHMANCER.org. And let's get this show on the road. And we're going to bring up our real housewife of 818. And I did find out that her the temperature in her club quarantine is down to 150 degrees today. Everybody put your hands together for Jessica Winther.
What's up, everybody? I love this because it's like,
Peace, baby, peace.
I am here, everybody. I don't, that doesn't go with my outfit, but whatever. Okay. I can't match my personality to this outfit. There's nothing peaceful about meditation. And even then, I think I'm talking. Like, I'm like, is this over yet? Okay, my chakra, like, I can't. I'm working so hard at finding my Zen. It's only going to happen when I'm dead. Okay, I know, it's cool. I'm just committing to like the death. Like, I'm like, it's okay now because something that happens, I am a real housewife of the 818, not of Beverly Hills. Okay, so let's just get that straight. I wish I was because those ladies, I mean, they drive nice. I drive a nice car too. They drive nice cars. I drive a nice car too. But the difference is they own their cars and mine is getting repoed right now as I'm on this show. Like that's how it works. And they have nice diamonds. They love crystal-y type rocks, blood diamonds. I just like rose quartz crystals, okay? They wear them on their hands. I wear them on my heart to get rid of the blackness. All right, like that's what's happening. Oh shit. I mean, it's funny. I put on these glasses. I was like, oh my God, I feel like my mom. I mean, I was a 70s baby. My mom wore heart glasses. I wish I would have known so many things though about my mom, like that I found out too late in life. For instance, I look like my mom. I'm acting like my mom, but so you see, my mom was on acid when she conceived me, which would make total sense, okay? So if any of you know me, they're like, God, oh, wow, that makes so much sense. But like, I would sit in school and daydream, and everybody like, Jessica, you're daydreaming, just stop it. Like, I would take that personally. Like, I was like, I'm trying to focus. Like, you're boring. But I realize now I could have just been like, I was having a flashback. It's not my fault. Blame my mom. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I know. I also was a big drug user in my 20s. Just feel like sharing that today. Yeah, I was. Meth. I know, meth. Like, wasn't pot. I wasn't going to do the light stuff. You know, I went straight, not even Coke. Coke just didn't last not long enough for me. I went straight for the meth, which is weird because if you know my personality, you're like, oh my God, what has happened? I love meth because this is a drug. You can get shit done. Okay. I got 3 degrees in 2 years, community college.
Winning.
One was like, I don't know. I mean, I should have had one actually in chem, but you know what? I was smarting it instead of studying it. God, whatever. I know. I saw you. And you know, the crazy thing about meth also is like, and it is great because I could go to school all day and like work all day. And then after 5, just go steal a car stereo. Like that's how great math was. I got so much accomplished in just one day. Oh God, I've got 2 kids. I know, don't judge me. Not on the kids or the drugs. Listen, when you do that much drugs, you don't know what you're doing when you have kids. You're like, oh my God, I'll do it, whatever. I'm actually an okay mom. I'm actually a really good mom. Well, I think that no one else does, but whatever. It's about how I feel. Yeah, I've got these 2 kids. I don't know where I was going with my 2 freaking kids. I think I was, oh yeah, I got these 2 kids at home in this quarantine, but like I have a 15-year-old and all these kids talk about is Molly. And I'm like, Molly? Like, oh my God. And they're like, oh my God, I need a drug to love. When did we need a drug to love? Like when? The only one that needs a drug to love is Mark.
Thank you.
It was too easy, Mark. I love you. And we all know what that means. It's okay. All right. It's okay. But I'm like, my God, these kids, they're like so soft. Like, I mean, I got love. I got tough love. Like I got hit. I mean, but I don't even touch my kids. Like they actually have to get medicated to love. Oh my God. Shit, I was on one show and all these people are like, so my medication is weird and everybody's regulating their medication right now in this COVID. Everyone's like readjusting, just upping it. And I was like, oh my God, I feel left out. Like I'm the only one who actually hasn't been medicated in like 25 years.
Breaking news, breaking news.
Oh no, look.
Hold on. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, Jessica, but if your kids need medication to love, that means that they've been reflecting off you. So I don't know if you did a lot of Xanax.
Cut
if
her
they
off.
saw you, like I think that they're equating drugs with love. You're really blaming them when I blame you.
That's coming from a mother. Wait.
Yeah. My kids don't need drugs to love. They're also 3 though, so but I do drug them because they sleep. So they're probably gonna need melatonin and to love when they get older. Because that I do give them I give them drugs to knock them out. That's true. But anyway, Jessica, back to you. But I just wanted to let you know, yeah, maybe there's a little this is probably mommy issues.
Okay,
Anything
Denise.
they do wrong is mommy issues.
Denise, cut Cynthia off. Like if she's
back to you, spotlight on Jessica.
if she's not giving positive reinforcement, let's just get her
I
off.
am not
Okay?
here. I'm here to look. This is not fake news. The truth. The news is real. This is real breaking news. Jess, we're gonna talk after the show. We'll set up an intervention. Back to you, Jess.
Oh my God. Thank you, Cynthia. And you can't get this kind of information from Fox, okay? Or The Onion. Like, you can't get what's going on here right now. We are better than any entertainment on TV. I mean, after this, they're going to tune into us over any of these elections. Like, they're just going to be like, Jessica and Cynthia, what's going on? I don't want to say who I'm going to be compared to because I can't do it, but we know who, okay? The belligerent one who's orange. Like, they're going to, like, it's going to happen. Okay, I'm sorry. It's true. It's very delicious. We're going to get this show started. I'm going to bring up our first comedian who I adore. And by the way, my club quarantine is now hitting 130. And that's just because my body temperature in menopause is heating up as well. I'm not sure if it's the outside or the inside is what's happening at this point. So if you start to see me look really red and pass out, don't worry, Cynthia's got my back. She's coming. This next lady, she's from Chicago. I'm like looking for an intro and you'd think I'd have it because I know her so well. I was going to curse, but I won't. She's the co-producer of this show. Well, she says these shenanigans. I like to say show, Denise. She's a co-producer of this show. She's got a bunch of show. What else do you have? Oh, she's a Chicago-based comedian. she's got something else going on, but I can't remember what it is, but it's another show. Anyways, I love her. She sets up the Zoom. Give it up for the Denise Medina.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm like, woo! Hey, it's so exciting. It's so exciting to be here. I'm so glad I got booked on this show. You never know. Okay, so I have to say, I just want to start off. Pornhub is part of e-learning because I learned so much on there. Like there's so much I didn't know. I consider that e-learning. So don't feel guilty. Don't feel, that it is what it is. My kids have an e-learning. They're doing the e-learning thing, and they announced to me, like I'm trying to get them up in the morning at 8 o'clock, and they've announced to me that they are now attending night school. So I'm not to wake them up before like 7 p.m. So that's just what's going on in my house. So if that's what's going on in your house, just want to let you know that we can relate to that. I've been like binge watching TV, binge eating, binge drinking. Okay. Oh, I guess they call that juicing now because I love my sangria. So it's called juicing, and I'm just going to go with that. So, but I've been watching a lot of TV, and I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff that like I enjoy, but I like, okay, for example, The Bachelor, I do not enjoy watching that show for many reasons, but I'm like, you know what? I could enjoy that show if they just tweaked it a little bit. Like, for example, I have a show I call Love Under the Big Top because it's The Bachelor meets the circus. Because for the entire season, The Bachelor is a clown. Like he would be in clown garb for the entire show. The makeup, the white pasty makeup, not the hot guy liner stuff, but just like the white pasty clown stuff. And he had the outfit and the hat and stuff, and then like the big clown shoes that people would look at. The contestants would be wondering, instead of Brad Pitt in the movie Seven, like, what's in the box? They would be screaming, what's in the shoe? We wouldn't know, like, what's in the shoe? Like the shoe is giant, but we don't know what's in the shoe. But we would find out because it would be a process. It would be entertaining. The contestants would compete in circus activities, music, magic, danger. For example, the contestants that are asked to not come back would be shot out of a cannon. Like I would love to see that. And the ones that are asked to stay, to be invited back, would be given a long stem red rose that squirts water. Or maybe they would get a big red clown nose. So I'm not really sure which one I would prefer. We would have to try it both ways just to see. And the first episode, the contestants would be picked up from the airport in a bunch of little clown cars. And they would not be going to a fancy hotel with a big swimming pool or hot tubs. No. They would be picked up by the clown cars and they would be driven to the Big Top, where they would discover that they're going to share a trailer. That would be fantastic. Oh, and of course the contestants would have to be screened, and you have to make sure that you find people who are terrified of clowns and terrified of heights, because that's what part of the competition would be, like the trapeze artists and juggling and things like that. And the season finale would be the big reveal. Like, is the clown hot? Is he hideous? It won't matter, because the contestants would win their true heart's desire and a contract for a sequel called I Married a Clown. Yes. I would totally watch both of those shows. But then I've also been thinking about, I'm glad football's over, and just like watching stuff on TV, I'm like, NASCAR. I never really understood why people got into NASCAR, but I have come up with a couple of things that I thought could tweak it and make it really interesting. Like, I think I could get into NASCAR if they made it a little more realistic so that like I could relate to it. Like I think the track should be covered with potholes, instead of just like going left over and over, like potholes everywhere. And then, I think the Knights of Columbus should, like, for the third lap, the Knights of Columbus should be out there, and they should be, collecting money for the charity, which could be very interesting. And I think the drivers should be able to change their own tires and do their own pit stop like maybe lap 4, and the final lap should be done on foot. That would be great. That would be very challenging. I would love to see that. Some other obstacles I think they should have is kind of realistic, is I think that we should see a person try to beat a car that's going 200 miles an hour, and maybe they would get extra points for distance and speed, you know, because I would be rooting for them. I would be rooting for the person going for the challenge of distance and speed. A bag of squirrels should be randomly released on the track, because I mean, who wants to hit a squirrel? Nobody wants to hit a squirrel, but you know, and no squirrels would be hurt during the filming of NASCAR. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. Can you tell? I mean, I could get really excited about NASCAR. I think that they should have a pickup truck doing one of the laps, and it should definitely be stacked 2 stories high with scrap metal with a loose bungee cord. Yes, that would be fantastic. I would watch this. Would you watch this show? I think you would. Also, I was talking to Mark, and I think Mark has some really great ideas when it comes to the Winter Olympics. So I think we should take it over to Mark and let Mark tell us what his ideas for the Winter Olympics are.
Well, you know what? I contacted the International Olympic Committee because they're losing viewership. So I came up with some ideas. I don't know if they're going to use it or not, but you tell me if you like these ideas. One would be blindfolded ski jumping. And then on the side where they land would be a moat filled up with alligators. What do you think of that? And then, you know, they have downhill skiing. How about uphill skiing, you know? And then the commercials, all the ads, how much money they can make because it's going to take them 3 hours to get up the hill. And then, you know, on luge, where they go down that little, on that sled that they sit on. How about if it's, you know, it used to be about what, 20, 30 feet wide. How about if it's like 36 inches of ice, and on both sides of it, there's piles of snow, and then they have spikes on the side. I think people be watching that. And the other, speed skating. Yeah, kind of similar to what Denise said. They would put moguls and potholes instead of a nice flat, wonderful, you know, ice rink, and maybe people would throw toys and trucks on the ice. But I never got a call back. I never got a call back from the Winter Olympic Committee. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't like my idea.
Well,
anyway.
Mark, I had one last idea about the whole NASCAR thing. I think that, lastly, I think that there should be something with satchel charges, right? Like, I can't really tell you what it is because of like court order, but think of like landmines, but the detonators would be controlled by the kids in the stands, you know, just enough to blow a tire, you know, that could be really, really exciting. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm into it. I'm totally into it. So I think we should do that. Yeah, I might come up with something like that. What do you think, Jessica? I think we should take it back to Jess. I'm trying to spotlight Jessica.
I had to mute myself. I had the CBS News over my house, okay? They were coming to get me. It's either the news or the cops, all right? Something is happening. I just mute myself. I'm very concerned about what's happening. Like, here I thought my drug conversation was edgy. You guys are fucking serial killers. Like, what's happening here? I'm like, oh my God. I feel like so much better about myself. I had that's what I feel. Like, I thought I was living in some weird chaos in my mind, but it's always the straight ones that are the cuckoo ones. Like, you know, I'm what you call hyper sane. You guys are just insane. Okay, so that is how I feel about you, but I love you because you make it look good for everyone else. All right, you just do.
Thank you very much.
I love that both of you are thinking of ways to destroy everything. I actually support it. But then again, we'll talk after COVID's over, and I might have changed my mind and felt very light and airy. All right, we're moving on to the next guy here. This gentleman, I know, we're just moving on unless I get an interruption from my newscaster. I don't know where she is, but she's my correspondent. She comes in and out. Like, listen, she's pretty. That's why they hired her. Okay, that's it. She's smart too, but don't tell her because then it'll just give her a big head. Not that she's a model or anything.
She's a doctor. She's
all right.
a doctor.
She's a doctor?
She got a PhD. Yes, she's a doctor.
I'm a doctor too. Dr. Feelgood. Okay. We're all doctors of something. All right. We're all some kind of a doctor. I mean, I know Mary's a doctor to her children. I mean, she's a pediatrician. You didn't know?
Right.
Like, we got it. We're all doctors. All right. This next gentleman, we're moving on from our doctors, but we're going to get back to it. Mark, we'll hit back to you next. Okay. I know this guy, he's from Washington, D.C. He's a Washington, D.C. bred comic where everyone got famous, Patton, Wanda, and Dave Chappelle. So he's a little bit of a late starter, just a late bloomer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for JT Newton.
Well, all right. Hey, how you doing, everybody? It's funny that this conversation of drugs was so significant in the beginning of the show because I actually had a very serious addiction issue. And it's still kind of hard to talk to, but I think it's healthy to talk about my drug addiction. My drug of choice was marijuana. I know if marijuana was part of your show prep, it doesn't mean anything to you, but it was really a bad idea for me. I couldn't say no to Little Debbie's and Ho-Ho's and Doritos. I actually sent a check to the Donald Trump campaign. I knew I had a problem then. I decided I'm going to do something about it. So me and a friend, we decided we're going to kick it. He was an alcoholic. I was a pothead. So I'm here to tell you, it's been 2 years and 2 weeks since my last marijuana cigarette. So me and my alcoholic friend, we decided we're going to get together and celebrate, which confused us because we didn't know what to do. So we did some crack and, okay, I'm kidding. It wasn't crack. It was heroin. Okay, actually pretty good. Well, we're in the midst of this pandemic, folks, and here I find it necessary to talk about something that's so important to me. We're always giving credit to our military people, and they deserve it. They really do, because they take care of us, and it's a beautiful thing. But they're not the only one on the list that should be, given great credit to. Because most of us parents, we want our kids to be doctors and lawyers and some politicians and blah blah blah. Where are those people going to be without teachers?
Right.
Okay, teachers. All right, I don't care what you want to do or what you want your kid to do, teachers. Now, after all of this pandemic, when everyone's been sequestered with their own children for month after month after month, I think we should give it up to the teachers. In fact, if I was a teacher, the very first moment that it was safe for all the kids to go back to school, I would call a strike. I would not come to work until they got me paid. You know what I'm saying? Because now you parents know how challenging it is to take care of your little crumb snatchers. Okay? That's just my theory. Because teachers are just as important as service people. I think they should get paid. You know what?
Yep.
Now, I'm a married man, and, I can tell you monogamy is a really challenging situation. And there's a lot of, there's so many beautiful women out there that make it tremendously difficult to be monogamous. And the way you dress is not even close to fair. Folks, have you heard of this concept called yoga pants?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you, yoga, there's only 2 ways to show people what your ass looks like. You can bend over and show them, or you can wear yoga pants. I find myself running errands. I'm out there in the public and I got a list and, all of a sudden there's these yoga pants and I find that I got to add something to my list. It's like, okay, hardware store, drugstore. Okay, ass watching. Okay, that wasn't on my list, but I'm going to take some time because it's right there in my face. You know what? We got a crazy world. It's full of hate. And I just thought about this for a second. I can't jump on this hate bandwagon because hate it's a time-consuming process. There are meetings. You got to go to meeting. And there's a dress code. You know what? And there's, it affects my fashion sensibilities. I have to ask important fashion questions like, does this cape make my ass look fat? Really? You want me to wear white after Labor Day? Come on now. Here's what I figured out through observation. What is that sound I hear in the background?
No.
Oh, okay. Here's my observation about people. I've observed women who change the way that they look, and thank God, you are so wonderful. It's just, you are the most, to me, women are like works of art, but you're never done. I noticed that Caucasian women are getting Botox to, pump up their lips, make their lips nice and juicy. And people run to the sun to get dark and lovely, or they fake and bake or whatever. And I'm thinking, I've had big lips and dark skin all my life. Actually, I've had some problems. I also noticed that sisters, that's the technical terminology for African-American women, they are straightening their hair, or if they can't grow it, they'll sew it, so they just want that long, beautiful black hair. And I'm like, wait a minute, you got Caucasian women trying to look more African-American and African-American women trying to look more Caucasian. What the frick are we fighting for?
Totally.
I just don't understand it. And another thing, I noticed that we are a very color conscious society, and I don't know who picked the colors, but they were really bad at it, because, whoever picked the color for Caucasians as white, come on now. Nobody I know looks like this napkin. Okay? And I don't look like this cell phone. I am not this color, But the people who pick white for Caucasians, they're marketing geniuses. Because if you look up white in the dictionary, honest, wait a minute, I don't mean to, I'm going to come back to honest, but it's pure, uncut, unadulterated. And then they finish off with honest. Honest is in the definition of white. Apparently, Webster didn't know Donald Trump. All right, let's go to the black, the definition of black: gritty, filthy, nasty, dirty, grimy. Okay, so you got that going for you. How they name plagues after black? When the stock market crashes, Black Monday. When there's a plague, it's Black Tuesday. You get Black Flag to kill stuff. The bad guys are always wearing black. So what other possible positive image can you have of Black people? It just doesn't work. So as a marketing individual myself, or that's my background, I know marketing, I am taking the color brown from the Mexicans because they're not even using it. When people have problems with Mexicans, they don't go, oh, brown people, they just go Mexicans. They're not color coordinated. All right, you know what I'm saying? There's no lingering effect on their color. I'm just thinking, I just think if what we really want to do is, if you want to describe me by a color, I am chocolate brown, because the image in your mind that I want you to relate to is I melt in your hands, not in your mouth.
Woo.
Actually, it's the other way around, but that's all right. I've been drinking. Melting your mouth down your, well, don't worry about it. I mean, and that's some silliness, but I hope that we get to the point in life where we stop judging human beings by a color, because like we're golden retrievers. Ah, okay. All right. I think that's all I have to share with you today. That is, I wanted to stand on that soapbox and deal with that, because we have a crazy mixed up world. And I'm just so, I'm so amazed that our president caught the hoax.
Yeah.
How did that happen? All right, ladies and gentlemen, JT Newton, thank you very much.
Oh my God, let's give it up for JT Newton. Baby, you are like a run-on sentence, okay? I mean, like for 2.5 minutes, but I gotta tell you, I loved it, so I was with you.
Who needs punctuation?
You were on my Instagram.
Breaking
Oh,
news.
hold on one
Breaking
second.
news, breaking news,
Hold on one second. If you were on
breaking
my
news.
Instagram, you would know I hate them too. Okay, we're gonna pass this over to our correspondent. Where did, what? Oh,
I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
Okay, go, baby.
Woo. All right, so I'm coming to you guys from Calabasas.
Oh.
So that's why we got all this beautiful background back here. Yeah, I have to let you know that we actually put Donald Trump in color purgatory. That's exactly where Stacey Dash is. We take certain people and we put them in the color purgatory, and then they're stuck like in the land of Oz, and then they have to find the rainbow to get back. But yeah, that's where he is. But that's all I just wanted to let you know. And then also Trump, he did not actually catch the hoax, but he hoaxed you to think that he caught the hoax so he could show you that he could survive it. He like was just popping around doing conferences from his hospital room. He was just trying to be like, I'm 70s. Well, because he's geriatric, you know, he really should just be pulled out. Both of them, you know, both candidates are like 7. My mother-in-law is 76. I would not even allow her to go to the store by herself, much less run our country. So anyway.
Or drive.
Right? I don't even want the bitch to drive. She thinks she gets into 3 accidents in the parking lot, and then would you trust her to run a country? But no, we're trusting geriatrics. But what I will say is that he wanted to show you how easy it is to get over COVID even in his 70s, because he pulled it off like a champ, right? He stayed there, and then he said, look, I don't even need to give it to my wife and son. I could be with them and not even give it to them. So he tried to show you how uncontagious it is and how he could still run the country while having COVID and be in his hospital room and still play golf. So I don't know. I think he tried to just show how hoaxy it is. But anyway, back to you, Jess.
Okay, the blonde's got some serious brains, and we just happened to know that she was in Calabasas. She's coming live from Washington, D.C. She's like, you're like in there, you're as a spy. Okay, we sent you in because you're exactly his type. Gorgeous.
I am. He grabs the pussy all the time. Like he's totally there.
So be careful while you're undercover. Okay, just be careful and don't catch the hoax.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm like one of those, what is it, like a CNA or something, like an LPN that's like taking care of like my old grandpa. Like, believe me, there's nothing he can do. You just like got to slap his hand, you know? No sponge bath for you tonight, Mr. Trump.
You're okay, stay away from him, girl. We need to keep you with us. All right, back to, let's give it up for JT. Thank you, Cynthia. Come back to us. Yes, JT, that was great. By the way, there is a Black holiday that is amazing. Black Friday is the best freaking day ever. Okay.
That's the one positive.
That is the best freaking day ever. Okay.
That is the one positive.
Yeah, I know, that's it. All right, I agree with you. Okay, I was just trying to find, as I have weave and Botox, and I am all confused. I am trying to find the positive. All right, now. Trying. All right, this next lady, she is a badass. You might have seen her. If you haven't, I don't know why, because I did. You might have seen her on Shameless, Conan, and the film The Girl Kaylin, and she's got the podcast Menopod. Let's give it up for the fabulous Mary Kennedy.
Yes, let's hear it for
Yeah.
Jess and everybody else. Jess, it's girl calling. You made it sound too sexy. It's like girl calling.
Oh, I needed the little, oh my
She
God.
needed the little ampersand or the little enye, as they say in Espanol. Calling, whatever. Very sexy. She's so sexy. I wish I was that sexy. She's the Real Housewife in the 818. I'm the Real Housewife of Van Nuys. Thank you. Here I am. Yeah, it's crazy over in Van Nuys. If you guys don't know, I know half of you guys are in Chicago, others are in Los Angeles. Van Nuys, when I'm trying to be like cool and trendy, I say I'm Sherman Oaks adjacent. And when I'm just trying to get the job done and let people know where I live, I say I'm right next door to Reseda where Karate Kid was filmed. Cobra Kai. So anyway, that's a new joke. Trying to get it out of my mouth. It's hard. I am in Van Nuys. I do have an above ground pool that we made a semi in-ground pool. So it's an illusion because we want to resell our house. So it has a deck around it. So when people come and see the house, they'll go, oh, it's an above ground pool. That's true. So anyway, I'm originally, yes, I was in Shameless season 7, everybody. I played a prostitute, an out of work prostitute who worked for food. It's not much different. I'm an out of work comic who works for food. I'm also get food for my children. I am the Uber Eats of parenthood. You know, it's really sad. Like I am not cooking. I'm just using my husband's credit card. So I'm originally from Boston, you guys, which is a little bit like Chicago, except it's not at all like Chicago. We're a little bit more bitchy. And I have to say the accent was affecting my sex life. Like, it's nothing like having a night of heavy lovemaking and you turn to the guy next to you and you go, that's a wicked big pissy you got down there, huh? Huh? Go Pats. But you know, I've expanded this joke because you know people don't really understand. Like when you see newscasters in Los Angeles, they're very coiffed. You know, they don't have the Ted Kennedy chin like I do. I'm related to them. I have a little bit of a Ted Kennedy chin and nose. You know, our newscasters are completely coiffed. In Boston, you know you've landed when you see the cigarette lip and they're talking like this. The weather's gonna be wicked stormy. Then you know you're in Boston. And it was kind of disconcerting when I bought my first house and the real estate agent looked like, you know, Ann Taylor. And then she opened her mouth. If you could sign here and there and here and go Sox. It's like, I just want to get a house. And then when I was at Mass General getting my first colonoscopy, the doctor's like, oh, your pictures are just like when the Bruins won in 1986. So I don't want my colon to be compared to a hockey puck. And then my favorite was when I got married and the priest was like, and now pronounce you husband and wife, go Sox, go Red Sox, go, you know, go for the pennant. Like, I was like, no, guys, just marry us. Like enough. Like it's too, you know, and being here with the Dodgers winning, like, I don't feel the love. Like I'm not a Dodgers fan. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm sorry. I come from where the real teams are and where Tom Brady leaves us high and dry, God damn it. And he moved to Tampa Bay and my husband's from Tampa. And my husband used to make fun of me that he was such a cheater. He goes, you know, Tom Brady's a cheater. He's a cheater. And I go, well, he's with you now at Tampa Bay. What do you think? And he goes, I think I have a winner. Do you see the hypocrisy? Do you see the hypocrisy? I've been with my husband in quarantine for 7 months. My husband works from home. He thinks he's on a perpetual vacation. It's killing me. It's killing me. Help! I'm on house arrest, okay? And I don't even have a cute bracelet around my ankle. Anyway, you know, he's just, it's insane. And so he's shopping all the time. I'm trying to time myself here, guys. Sorry. He's shopping all the time. Like he's become the woman in the relationship. So the other day, like this box comes into the house and it looks like a wedding dress. And I'm like, we did that 17 years ago. And I come out and my husband is laying on the couch in a Tommy Bahama white suit. What? I go, we're not going anywhere. We're sitting in a white suit. And my friend who's Jewish goes, you know, we bury men in white suits sometimes in the Jewish tradition. And I told her, if he doesn't take out the goddamn trash, I'm burying him in the above ground pool. And he's going to stay there because I've about him. So here's the thing, and I don't mean to dodge men. Like, he's a wonderful man. He's stuck with me this long. You know, he makes money. I love him because before I was dating him, I was dating a guy who lived in his van. He was a musician, and he took me out to dinner in the front seat. He ordered pizza, and I stayed with him for 6 months because I thought he might graduate to maybe an RV. I don't know. So, but the Hubs, I do adore him, but he now needs to find some things to relax because it's so stressful laying on the couch in a white suit. So I came home the other day after doing food shopping, and I hate it. I hate it during COVID. I hate it pre-COVID. I hate food shopping. I also don't like getting deliveries because I don't like other people touching my food. Just like I don't like when you're at a freaking birthday party and the person who's having the birthday blows the candles on the cake. Like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Like, and then we all eat it like we're all happy for this fucker. And no, we're not. We think you're lame. And I'm sorry I swore, but it makes me crazy. So anyway, and now in the times of COVID, it's not happening. God bless. So anyway, so I come home and my husband is like on the floor, and I say, can you come and get the groceries with me? He goes, I'm busy. And so I look around and I go, he's playing Legos. And I go, you're playing Legos? He goes, I'm relaxing. Get your kids to get the groceries. I said, you're relaxing? You're playing Legos? What? I said, no. And now I have to get my kid. No. So the other day it happened again. I come home and I go, can you help me grab something, like some water out of the car? He goes, hold on. I'm waiting till the last episode of SpongeBob is over. Hold it. And then the other day I asked him to cook dinner, and he said to my son, you sunk my battleship. So I got back to him. I got back at him. I said, he wanted to get a little flirty with me. And I said, hold on. I'm brushing Barbie's hair on the Barbie head. I'll be with you in just a second. And dinner's almost ready in the easy bake oven. And I will be in the corner in the dark sniffing Strawberry Shortcake's hair. So you just hold on. So from Boston, my mom had a band growing up to raise us kids. She had a band which consisted of 40-year-old divorcees singing hot stuff and locomotion called the Mood Swings. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was her roadie. And you know your mom's in a band when you go in to your kitchen and instead of a toaster, there's a fog machine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then those cold Boston days, she doesn't give you a parka. She actually just wraps you in feather boas from the Saturday Night Gig. And then when I'm looking for some orange juice glasses at breakfast, I have to reach through the shot glasses from Michael's house and the Porthole Pub and Johnny's Dove Bar. So, you know, that is what happens when you're a child. And in Boston, they have these mom groups. Like here in LA, it's like soy lovers and kids, you know, yoga and yo-yos, you know. In Boston, it's good enough parenting. Good enough. Good enough. Your kid's alive after a year. Good enough. They don't really care. I actually went to Chuck E. Cheese my whole life as a kid. That's where we went every Saturday. My mother would take us. She'd be smoking in the parking lot. She'd check in to make sure that the rat didn't molest us, you know. And I was an overweight kid, and I actually got, my brother went into the maze, the cheese maze at Chuck E. Cheese, and I followed him in. I was afraid he's going to get lost. And I was a larger size kid, and I got caught between Swiss and Gouda. And so my mother had to call the firefighters of Danvers, Massachusetts, and they actually pulled me out of the cheese house with the jaws of life, and we got free pizza while I was 18. You know, my mom was such a good mom. I got to tell you, Boston, born and bred, and I follow her traditions. So my daughter wasn't getting her homework done. She was watching TV, and my husband put a TV in her room, and that was the first mistake. That was the first mistake. He shouldn't have done it. And so I had a gig. This was before COVID. And I said, you got to get that out of there. I want that out of there. And I come home and I say, you know, well, what did you do? And he goes, well, go check. And I go, all right. And so I said, I hope you did what my mother did when I had long distance. Remember long distance, everybody? I had like a $200 phone bill because I was giving, you know, handies to a guy in Linfield, Massachusetts. And my phone bill was like $200. And my mother got on the phone and she goes, are you talking to that Derek? Because we had the like circular plastic phone. I go, I'm not talking to Derek. She goes, yes, you are. And she stormed downstairs. And I mid-conversation, like, I love you. I can't wait to go to the prom. She pulled me with the phone to the front door, and the phone had such a long wire that she was able to pull me almost into the street. She threw the whole phone, she threw it out of the wall, threw it into the street, and it was run over by a car. And she said, no long distance. So when I got into my daughter's room and all that my husband did was unplug the television, that's not okay. All right, there's a little bit more in there. Last joke, and I'm gonna leave. My biggest fear is that my teenage daughter is gonna get pregnant. So I enrolled her in gymnastics so she never gets her period. Thank you guys.
Dude, I gotta say, Mary, I am your mom. Okay, like I am your mom, and you turned out okay. Little edgy, but okay. I feel like if you and I go out driving, we're gonna make it. Like if somebody comes and like comes after us, if our car breaks down or we're held up, that person's going in the trunk. We're good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're a safe team. So there you go. Tough love. That was awesome, Mary.
thank you.
Okay, guys, here's what I'm gonna say, because I don't know if you can see the light or not see the light, but try to look for the light when you feel like you're at 6 or 7 minutes. Mark gives like a faint light, like a wave, like a prom queen.
Oh, okay.
So just he's like, I don't want to. But yeah,
The
just
light looks like it's
I
in
don't know if
braille.
I can see it or not.
because I know you're not seeing it. Otherwise,
Yeah, no, I wasn't seeing it. I'm sorry. Did I
No,
go
babe.
way over, or was I all right?
You did a 20-minute set, but don't worry about it.
It was awesome.
Okay.
Time.
Do it again. Do it again.
This next lady coming up, oh my God, she's a friend of mine. Everybody's a friend of mine now. Most of everybody's a friend of mine. It's so funny. I have her, I don't know what she's like, she's like, don't give me. Basically, she told me to say what I could say. And now I have a whole new thing. And somewhere I've lost her intro. Okay. She's a comic all over town, the Comedy Store, Ice House. Actually, she's in every competition ever. She has a show coming up. Maybe she'll tell you about it. Let's give it up for my great friend, Jennifer Arundale.
And I'm doing a little homage to Jessica. I've got my highlighter right here.
I love
It's
it.
working. It's working. Well, I just thought that I would take this opportunity to share with you a few of the things that I've learned during the lockdown. I don't know about you, but I've learned that I have an absolute inordinate amount of time to play words with friends. And I have also, I have to lose this. I have developed a deep hatred for words with friends. But you know, hatred, actually, that's not the word I want. Let's see, I have five spacers. I have an L and an H. Loads, yeah. Loads playing words with friends. And here's the other thing about words with friends. I don't know these people, okay? There's this one gal, Belva H. That's her name, Belva. I'm gonna meet Belva someday, and then I'm gonna smack her right in the face, because that lady knows the most obscure words you have ever seen. She's pretty much beaten me every time. It'd be called Word with Strangers who are way smarter than I am. That's what I've just decided. There's just also been so much time to spend on the internet. I'm sure you all feel the same way between the internet and TV. And it got so bad that I actually started confusing things. I thought that Ashley Madison was a hair color company. But as you guys know, that's Madison Reed. All right. So I knew I'd made that fatal mistake when I ordered a dirty blonde from Ashley Madison, and 2 hours later, a married guy named Chad showed up on my doorstep.
Oh my God.
I learned the hard way. As you know, it is pretty confusing. The Ashley Madison motto is one affair at a time. Ashley Reed Madison Reed. See how confusing it is one hair at a time. And my motto is just anytime. Like Mary and Jessica, I got some kids too. So parenting during quarantine has definitely been a challenge. And, I want to be a great role model for them during these trying times, like, this is how it's done, kids. follow my lead. So at the beginning, when everyone was super into it, having nightly dinners together, I was cooking all this healthy food. Like we'd have grilled salmon and strawberry smoothies, you know?
Really?
That lasted about 10 days. Ever since then, I've been serving salmon flavored cup of noodles and white. We got the White Claw going, people. The White Claw. I mean, it was pretty funny.
Ah,
My cute little kids, they'd started out the whole quarantine. They'd come down the stairs, Mommy, what's for dinner? And now they come stumbling down the stairs. What's your for, bartender? Which is testament to my motherhood. I'm probably not going to win any awards this year, but hey, might not be a good thing to serve alcohol to teenagers, but they're teenagers, so it's possible. And we are going to try to make it up. I've got some vacation plans. When this is over, we're going to spend a week with Jenny Craig, and then the next week with Betty Ford. We're going to work it out. I had a big birthday during lockdown. Jessica, be quiet. Yeah, so I turned was one of the big F ones. As I'm not effing telling you how old I am. Let's just say I no longer save the matching body wash and body lotion. Okay, I just use that shit every day. I have finally become that woman on the plane that I can't stand sitting next to. A smelly, perfumed lady. My mother. Yes, I'm becoming my mother. That joke's just for me. Because we have a no perfume order on my mother. She shows up and there's she's like Pigpen except with scent, right? And I'm like, Mom, this is her famous line. Mom, she said, don't wear any perfume. It's just a spritz and I walk through. I'm like, I don't think so, Mom. I think it's a hose. Okay. I think you hose that shit on. So she's now banned from perfume, although she does still try to sneak it in, and she's adorable. So it's okay. Mary, you probably find this whole getting old, it's confusing, right? Your brain is trying to convince yourself that you're still young and hot and can, shop at Forever 21.
Yes.
But my body drags me right to Chico's. Chico's, for y'all that don't know, you youngsters, Chico's is a clothing store for mature women that sells pants with elastic waistbands and Life Alert jewelry. So there you go. If you're lucky and you spend enough money, you get a free membership to AARP at checkout. So these are my people now. These are my people. There are some good sides to Chico's. Their sizing is great. Okay. So at other stores, I wear a size 10. And 12s feel so good. I buy everything in a size 14. But at Chico's, by the magic of sizing, I'm a size 2. That's right, size 2 at Chico's. What else happens when you get old? Oh yeah, you go blind pretty much. You youngsters know I say that. I know I look so good, but Jessica, don't tell my secret. You guys take for granted that you can still see labels and price tags and stop signs, whatever. I have to wear my glasses in the shower now. All right.
Oh, yeah.
That's how bad it's gotten. I guess, apparently, my hair was looking a little bit like the Exxon Valdez had dropped a load on it, but that's because I've been shampooing with conditioner for months. And not only that, but I had been shaving with the little plastic safety thing. He's still on the razor. I was so hairy. I mean, it literally looked like I was wearing a fur. And I know that I looked like I was wearing a fur because I went to an event and PETA threw red paint on me. My sweet little husband stopped calling me sweetheart and started calling me Sasquatch. And at nighttime, when he talked dirty to me, he'd call me his little Yeti. And I called him my Bigfoot. He really likes it when I tell lies in bed. Where's my highlighter? Hello. Lies in bed. Anybody home? Let's see. What else have I got to talk to you about? Well, how much time have I got, Mark? Did you just flash me? 1 minute. Okay, great. I'm just going to throw this in for Jessica. I want to talk to y'all about something that's come up in my life with my group of friends. Are y'all familiar with the group birthday present?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
instead of a lot of little gifts, they take a collection and buy you one nice thing. Okay, well, I live in Orange County where the Real Housewives are, and we're not talking about like Kate Spade or Michael Kors type of level. We're talking Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, and Louis Vuitton, okay? So there's been 3 birthdays since quarantine. The first girl got an Hermes purse, the second girl got an Yves Saint Laurent bag, and then my birthday, I got air freshener. So maybe there's something wrong with this group gift idea, or I'm just putting out the wrong kind of vibes. Like, do I look like the kind of girl that doesn't want a nice purse? I mean, honestly, did I mention that I got air freshener? Seriously, they got Hermes, Yves Saint Laurent, Louis Vuitton. I got air freshener. So I'm going to redo that big birthday next year. It's going to be the reboot, and I'm going to get myself the biggest goddamn group gift ever. And I'm hoping maybe, I don't know, Bentley, Rolls Royce. That's the level I'm going for. But I'll be happy with just your love. Said no one ever. Anyway, you guys, thank you. I'm Jennifer Arundale. And later.
My God, give it up for Jennifer Arundale, the bastard friend of the friend group. You know what I was thinking? I was like, I know this story, but I was like, you know, maybe they've been to your comedy shows and they're like, we can't get her anything nice. It might get stolen. Like maybe like they're like, because all my bougie friends are like walking to the comedy clubs and they're like, is this safe? I'm like, fucking me. And by the way, yes, it's on Hollywood Boulevard in between 2 gorgeous hotels. Seriously? Shallow bitches. Just remember, guys, I grew up on the streets of Vegas in the 80s, okay? I can handle anything.
That's
Jennifer,
right. Jessica.
that was amazing. And I love you. I will not get you a Bentley, but we'll go to my dermatologist or something. You know? I think he does a good job and I might get a deal. I mean, there you go. Okay.
Oh
That's,
my
I've been
God,
there a really long time. All right. So this next, oh, it's so funny. I am like, I'm listening to you guys so intently that I'm not paying attention to any part of my job. Okay. So just so you know, that's what's happening. Which makes me a total dick, but I'm sorry. And I know I'm not supposed to curse. So actually, Mark, can you remind us, can I pass it to you and you remind everybody to donate?
Well, it's to cancerschmancer.org. It's SCHMANCER, Cancer Schmancer.
Okay, well, don't do it so like happily, like again.
That's good, Erica. Finally got you on spotlight. Say it again, please.
Again, it's for cancerschmancer.org. SCHMANCER. There you go. $1,
right.
$2,
Really
$3.
quickly.
Jessica, $100 now.
Yes. Okay. Really quickly, if you'd like, please donate to Cancer Schmancer. Okay. Cancer Schmancer. We really need your help. Everyone that has cancer needs your help. Or we could do, okay. If you want to donate.
Oh, Jess, I'm going to come. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's it. You're fired right now. Okay.
Yes, you're the actress. What can I tell you?
I'm just kidding. And I love you. All right. I'm so special that, guys, we have a special guest tonight. Don't everybody love her or throw tomatoes at once. Let's give it up for the first lady. Let's just
Look who's here.
All right.
Whoa. Where's the first lady? I'm trying to find the first lady.
She's right on the bottom of the
she's gonna be late to her funeral. She's probably ripping out rose bushes somewhere. Where is she? Okay.
Oh, there she is.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
God bless America. Good night. That's a joke.
Yeah, we love you.
As you guys all know, my husband got the disease. But I was lucky. I cured it. Chlamydia.
Chlamydia. What?
The The producer of tonight's show, Mark Brunette,
Mark
said that I
Burnett.
have to do the show in front of the wall. So I chose the one that my husband built.
There you go.
Nice.
You guys all know my shows from before, and I used to do them in the closet.
Yes.
My husband built that too. It used to be a living room, but I used to come and throw a lot of clothes, and he just built a closet. He's still waiting for me to come out.
Ah,
These days, I like to promote my causes, cyberbullying. Most of the time, I like to spend with the children. Like today, I spend with the children in my closet, teaching them my own version of hide and seek. It's called Just Hide. Just to clarify, I came to America on Einstein visa. It's a visa that you get for special abilities in such fields like science, medicine, and arts. You have to be the best in your field. My special ability is my pout. I am the best in my field. This, and also taking a lot of pictures naked. I am the first lady to have taken her portrait naked. 3 special skills: waving from private jets, pouting, and naked pictures, just like Einstein. People always ask what type of first lady I am. I am the fast learner. I learned fashion from Jackie Kennedy. I learned causes from Nancy Reagan. And from Hillary, I learned how to deal with my cheating husband. No comment. People complain that my husband, Donald Trump, is not doing what he promised to do. He promised to give a lot of jobs to the people, and he did give a lot of jobs to a lot of Russians. He runs this country just like The Apprentice. Thank you, Mark Brunette. He said you fired to more people than he said on that show. I'm not here for laughs. I'm here to promote my new book. It's called Somebody Else Wrote That Book. It's called My Friend Karen, just Karen. Needed a coloring book for her 4-year-old niece. It's called The Art of Her Deal. Chapter 1, my husband. Chapter 2, life with my husband. Chapter 3, dead hair. Chapter 4, is that shoe polish or is that fake self-tan? That's it. Good night.
Oh my God, thank you. First
I think
lady.
it's great. Back to the producer, Mark Burnett.
Mark Burnett, what do you think?
Let's take it back to
Take it
Jessica
back to
Edwards.
Take it back to Mark. What do you have to say about your protege?
Oh. I'm tongue
Okay,
tied.
that was too much. It's all right, Mark. It's all right. Okay, let's get off Brunette. He's stressed out. He's in the corner. He doesn't know what to say. Okay, it's all right. It's stressful. I know she's hot and you're not quite sure if you should touch it, grab it. I know. Don't worry. A lot of people feel the same way about her. Wow. Eugenia, that was great. I got to just give you another. That was good.
yeah.
Eugenia.
Wait a minute. Do I have breaking news?
No,
Oh.
you might. gone.
I feel like I hear breaking news. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Okay, let's get back to the show. Oh my God, I can't even handle what's happening. All right, this next gentleman, and I'm laughing my head off. How does this keep happening? Known as the man of 999 voices, his show consists of impressions, sound effects. It says musy, but I think it means music.
Yes, it does. Music.
Give it up for Bob J.
Thank you. Wow. First of all, I'm honored to be following Caitlyn Jenner. JT, are you
Yes.
still there?
I'm here.
We found out what the commotion was. It's the people trying to get back into their house that you broke into to do the interview. Where are you? He's not even here.
I'm here. I hear you.
I don't see you.
Did they mute me?
No,
Maybe
you
you
don't.
do.
Oh, we did not.
We hear you.
I hear you, Bob.
All right, cool. That's good to see all you guys. And this is like huge for me. Monday night. Wow. Can't think of anything else really to top that except Beavis and Butthead are excited that Cher is emceeing the show. Yeah, baby. Think something, damn it. Yeah. And get that other chick with that breaking news crap and, have her take her clothes off or something. That's good breaking news there. Yeah. So I was just standing there going, and where's that fart knocker with the light? Yeah. We're going to talk about Cancer Schmancer. Shut up, Beavis. Couple of things also, you guys were talking about Winter Olympics, and I was talking to Sylvester Stallone. He had some ideas on that too. Hey, how you doing? I'd like to talk a little bit about the Winter Olympics that you guys were talking about. Like different things that could happen. Like, skeet shooting. I don't think skeets, they could be endangered. So I don't think we should be going around killing little skeets. They could be, they got families too. This stuff was a lot funnier when I thought about it before I came on. Let me tell you right now. I don't know, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about, hey, everybody's talking about getting high nowadays. Yeah. Okay, nobody's smoking pot. See, I think it would be great if Mr. Rogers was still alive and he taught us how to smoke pot. Fred would be coming out of his house with a doobie like, hi, neighbors. How y'all doing today? Mr. Rogers is wasted. Can you say cottonmouth? I knew that you could. I'm so stoned I can't even find my damn sweater. Shoes are on the wrong feet too. Hi, Trolley. Probably brought my new shipment of JB rolling papers with him today. Oh, we got a lot of people visiting today. These are my good friends Shaggy and Scooby Doo. Hey, Shaggy. Hey, Scooby. Hey, like Mr. Rogers, we understood you guys are gonna smoke some pot. Like to mind if me and Scoob join you? No, here, puppy. Stick it through your paw and suck it real good. Yeah. Marijuana. So I explained to some of the best stuff we've ever smoked, Scoob. Like I think I see a ghost. Yeah, me too. Oh, look, it's my good friends Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Hey, Bert. Hey, Ernie. How are you two doing today? Oh boy, Mr. Rogers. Bert and I got so wasted last night. You should have seen Bert. He made a crack pipe out of the letter J. Oh yeah, Ernie, it's really easy. All you have to do is stuff on them and Look what I got. 1 quaalude, 2 quaaludes, 3. Marijuana. Oh, I brought the brownies. Oh, look, it's my good friend Pee Wee Herman. Hello, Pee Wee. How are you today? La, la, la. Hi, boys and girls. How's it going? Today, we're going to learn how to smoke some marijuana. First of all, get your rolling paper out like so. La, 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 la. Sprinkle some pot. Ah! Okay, that's enough of that stuff. I got a great, I got a guest star that's going to show up and talk to you guys tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, no, it's not the president's wife.
Yeah.
The one, the only Mr. Ozzy Osbourne.
All right.
Hey! Hey! I'm so excited to be here tonight in beautiful downtown. Holy. They asked me to come on the stage and sing a children's song. It's one of my favorites. It goes to the tune of Paranoid. Children's song Paranoid on the screen. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill come tumbling after. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy, he had no hair. You can applaud. You can enter the applause at any time, folks.
Okay.
I'll tell you, man. You know, it's the hardest part about this whole coronavirus or whatever you call it is not being able to travel, and I miss. I've been able to go to a lot of cool places. Like Mexico is one of my favorite places to go. Last time I was there, all I had was Spanish TV. I turned on the Cartoon Network, and Popeye was on in Spanish. Oh, Alvito! Spinach. Try to watch a movie. Jaws was on. I love that movie, but it was in Spanish. You've all seen it many times. You know when the shark's coming, gonna chomp on the boat, chomp on somebody. You know the warning music, right, folks? Spanish version's a little different. Here comes the shark. The warning music kicks up. I'm like, you know, Jaws, great movie. Then they had to ruin it. Go parts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I made the first movie, these characters I would use. First guy would have been my spotter. Would have been Mr. Richard Pryor. Ah! Shark! Big ass ugly fish in the water, chomping people's ass and stuff. We're gonna die. Oh God, please help me. The guys from King of the Hill. Well, I'll tell you what, that's the biggest dang shark I've seen in my whole entire life. Pick that baby up and fire up the propane. Boomhauer, I want you to catch that boy. Hey man, I'm gonna put my dang hand and keep that. I'm gonna bat that thing on. Dang, I'll get that thing going. Hank, all you gotta do is take a stick, poke him in the eye. He don't like that. Shut up, man. Being from Chicago, we have one of the greatest announcers of all time. So hopefully you guys remember him, Mr. Harry Carey. Woo! Look at the size of that fish. Air fishy, 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 fish. You know, barracudas spell backwards as abracadabra. People are falling in the water. Here comes Arnold Schwarzenegger around the corner. What are you doing? Get out! It's not a tuna. the ass.
La
And
tuna.
nobody but Robert De Niro can play the shark. Hey, I'm gonna freaking bite you. Stay in the boat and you're safe. You jump in the water, you're dead. I'm a shark. Yeah, 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 yeah. And last but not least, cool. We have Jack Nicholson as the captain of the ship. I knew this was a bad idea. Take some time, they told me. Get yourself a boat. Go out in the middle of the ocean. Relax, have yourself a good time. Well, lucky me, I'm on right now. How the heck to get out of this dang box I'm stuck in? All right, thank you very much.
Give it up for Bob J and his multiple personalities.
Amazing.
Dude, thank God. I mean, I'm
Go,
sure you have
Bob.
a
Yes.
lawyer in there. Yeah, but who's talking?
I hear somebody. I don't know
It's
if
all right. Bob, I'm sure do you have a lawyer in there? Because if he runs the clock like you run the clock, the fucking cases are closing, baby. I'm just teasing. Not really. All right. Right along, because we got, I know, because I hate to run too far over because I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know this girl personally, but I'm super impressed with her resume. I'm just kidding. Yes. You've seen her on, oh yeah, you've seen, I love you. Why? No, don't use the clock. Let's just keep the trend going, girl. Seen on NBC's Bring the Funny, Last Comic Standing, and she hosts the weekly podcast, Kristen Knows Blank. Give it up for Kristen Key.
Okay, my time started. Hi, guys. This is fun so far. Yeah. I haven't drank or smoked anything in like 4 years, but I feel so high after watching Bob. That was crazy. No, this is great. I like Zoom quarantine shows, especially because I have this wonderful cat wall to perform in front of. No, I can't lie to you guys. Since it's just us, I'll be honest. I'll take it down and show you where I'm really in my exotic car garage. What? Yeah! You know, us comics make the big bucks. We get tons of No, really. I'm in my living room. I got a new aquarium, but it broke. What? Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, no, we'll go back to the wall of cats.
I don't like you making fun of the shark. I don't appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to show you because I'm really on a nude beach. Oh!
This is great. I love it.
I know, it's great. That's the Republican senators right there on the nude beach. Okay, so anyway, it was Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. Hi guys, good to be here. I've been quarantined with my wife for the last 7-8 months, and I don't want to sound homophobic, but this is not what God intended. No, we were not supposed to spend this much time together. I'm trying to keep it spicy, so I recommended let's do some role playing, but she doesn't like any of the roles I've picked. Like, I thought, what if I'm like Genevieve, like a French waitress, or maybe like Elizabeth, the horny shopkeep. It's spotted dick, isn't it? But she doesn't like those. She wants me to be Victoria, the mute housekeeper. So that's not good. I just, I've traveled usually like 30 weeks a year for the last 20 years. So we're just not used to being home this long together. And sometimes I just want to fly on a plane. I don't want to leave my wife behind, but kind of, because I miss the airport, more than anything, because I haven't been in so long, and I made the mistake of telling my wife that the other day. I was like, I miss airports because it was part of my routine, and I shouldn't have said that because now my wife has been making these airport announcements around the house. Like, I walked in the kitchen yesterday and she was like, the dishwasher is for the immediate loading and unloading of dishes only. Please do not leave unattended dishes in the sink. I was like, I get it. Yeah, it's like I'm in the airport. Haha. And then she wouldn't let me sit on the couch because we were in an old situation. She was the only one there, but I did get a voucher. That was cool. What really takes me back to the airport is sometimes she'll just follow me in the bathroom going, "Sir, this is the ladies' room." I'm like, aw. Takes me back. Yeah. I don't like it being just the two of us though. I think we need something, you know, and I mean, for years people have asked us if we're going to have kids, and it's kind of hard for me to think about having kids. Ooh, because I hate them.
Hey!
Sorry, just being honest, because they're sticky. There's, and sometimes I think I want them because I see like my friends will post pictures of their kids on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, that's adorable. That's the one I want, the still one," But then I'm around the same kid in person. I'm like, "No, I hate that kid. That kid's mean." Like, or they're noisy, like at a hotel pool. You remember that? Remember hotel? I don't miss that. Like 2 minutes of Marco Polo. My tubes start tying themselves. It's very effective. I'm like, that's like a double knot down there, or a sheep shank. It's nautical. I think my uterus is an Eagle Scout. Wow. So, I don't want kids. You know what I want? I want a cat. That's all I want. I just want a cat. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell by my vision board of a wall back here, but I don't know if you noticed, I Photoshop myself in some of the pictures. Like I live with this is what I do in my spare time. No, I want a cat, and I'm so close to getting one because we don't have any pets, but the only thing standing in my way is that my wife is allergic, which is a Latin word that means selfish. And it is depriving me of my dreams of having an adorable, look at that little face, I could, but just because you can't breathe. And so, and I'll take any cat. Like I wrote I've been protesting a little bit. I'm like, I want a little kitty cat. Any little kitty cat, a three-legged kitty cat. I'll take defective kitty cats. The weird cat that doesn't purr, I'll take that cat, I don't care. A smelly cat with ringworm, fine. I've got Lotrimin, one-eye, no-tail. I will cherish any kitty cat unless it's hairless, 'cause that's gross. Petting a hairless cat is just like petting an old man's leg. And they look like old men. They do. You're like, oh God, it's not even purring. It's mumbling about immigrants. So I do. I want a cat. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. This is my last one. So I want a cat, and here's I miss normalcy so bad. I miss it's just the two of us, and we can't even have public displays of affection anymore because out there in the we're always wearing masks, and you can't even stand close to people. You can't hold hands because it spreads germs, and every time we try to kiss, we just bump fabric, and it's not right. And so now I just want to share love because everybody's wearing masks, standing 6 feet away, but love is airborne. It's magic. We all learn that holding hands spreads germs. That's why people everywhere are bumping fabric. Yeah, we're bumping fabric. We're smashing masks. Getting hot under the cotton. Teenagers, parents, even geriatrics going bumping fabric. Johnny liked Janine before quarantine, and after high school he'd follow her home. 'Cause she was cute in a hat and really good with a bat. He asked her out, but she said no. Well, in the time of Corona, he was tired of being alone. He decided he would try again. Then on the classroom Zoom, he looked into her room and saw Janine wasn't alone. She was with Joan. And they were bumping fabric, they were smashing masks, getting hot under the cotton. Janine was studying Joan's anatomy, going bumping fabric. My neighbor Lillian is 85. She's been a little lonely since her husband died. She gets a little friendly with delivery guys, but she's old and that's harmless, right? Well, I looked into her window the other day, and to my surprise, there's the Amazon guy, and he wasn't wearing nothing but his N95. And they were bumping fabric, they were smashing masks, getting hot under the cotton. She'd ordered a package, he delivered it prime, going bumping fabric. Time.
I love you. Give it up for you. Awesome. Bumping fabric. I have an idea. Oh my God, I have an idea for you. Kitty outfit for your wife.
Like it.
I'm like,
like
what?
it.
do.
I like
Kitty
it.
outfit for the selfish wife. Okay, we're gonna do it. Or I'm just gonna send you a cat in a box that's just gonna show up.
Yes, cat in a box. Yes, yes.
Oh my God.
Love it. I love it.
Right? We're gonna send you a kitty. We're just gonna send you a kitty on accident. You have to save it. You're gonna have to rescue it.
You can
We'll
have
have to
mine.
research it. We'll have to research a kitty that is what's their allergy-free kitty.
Hypoallergenic. Yeah.
Yes, there's got to be a hyperallergenic cat out there somewhere.
It's called dogs.
By the way, guys,
Muggle.
please donate to Cancer Schmancer. That's what this is about. Also, if you have a spare cat, please donate that.
Just put it in a Ziploc, stick it in the mail. It'll get to me.
Totally. And if you don't know, just IG somebody and we'll get her to her. Okay. We will help her get the cat. Might lose her wife, but she might be okay. It's been 8 months together. I mean,
It's
listen.
like my neighborhood's about to get so many feral cats.
I know. All of a sudden, I feel like it's a Halloween thing. I don't know. Oh, gee. Okay. I mean, I can't with myself. That was so fucking funny. I'm sorry, and I'm cursing. Oh, crap. All right. I don't do any drugs or anything, but God knows I need them. Okay. Our last contestant in our own little game show that we got going on here. He's been so patient. He is an actor. He is a comedian. He's worked with George Carlin, Joan Rivers, and has been touring with his one-man show called My Son, the Waiter, which I've seen, a Jewish tragedy. He also played John. I know, it's amazing, right? He also played Johnny Sack's lawyer on The Sopranos. Woo! Give it up for this beast, Brad Zimmerman.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. First of all, it's been a pleasure working with you all. It's great to see everybody. I'm in New York, first of all, and I know you're all mostly on the West Coast. Is that correct?
And
Chicago.
And Jess, let me just share this with you. When you said Cancer Schmancer, that's a Gentile way of saying Cancer Schmancer, which is Jewish. Do you see the difference?
I'm only half Jew.
Schmancer.
Okay, so I want to just share this with you. One thing about the virus. I'm in touch with my mother. She lives in Boca. She's 90, so I think about her a lot. She's a little conflicted about the mask. She's glad that it keeps me safe, but sad that she gets to see what I look like if I had gone to medical school.
That's a good joke.
I want to share this with you. By the way, is anybody wearing, Jess, you're not wearing yoga pants, are you?
No, honey, I'm wearing pants that describe what I am, a cougar.
No, your skin is gorgeous. You don't need a dermatologist. You need a Jew. You need a Jewish man about 5'7", with a really big personality. Bob, I love your voices, man. You're really good. You probably work all over the world, right?
Pretty much. I work a lot of places. Yes. Thank you.
You strike me as somebody who doesn't get paid what he should. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. I don't know. Well, I've never met you before. And JT, you're terrific. And I don't see you as black.
Okay.
I just see you as just a good guy.
Thank you.
The last show that I did before this Corona, I did an all Gentile country club, Jess, and they got concerned. They called the agent. They were worried that I was just going to be telling Jewish jokes. So I arrived at this all Gentile country club, dealt with it immediately. I said to them, let's flip it. Let's assume you're all Jews. I'm a Gentile. You would not be concerned with me telling Gentile jokes because there are no funny Gentile jokes. For instance, a Gentile man calls his mother. He says, Mom, I know we're supposed to have dinner tonight. something came up, I can't make it. And his mother says, fine. So wait a minute. I said to them, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you one Jewish joke. A very short little Jewish joke, just to let you know what you're missing. A very short Jewish fairy tale. Once upon a time, there was a Jewish man who said to a Jewish woman, will you marry me? She said no. And he lived happily ever after. So the title of my play, Jess, did you really see My Son the Waiter?
I did. I saw a clip of it on Facebook. Is that right?
You know what's amazing when somebody says I saw the show and she saw 4 minutes. So you
Listen, that's all I got. I'm not in New York. Is it out? Like, is it out on? That's what Mark sent me.
okay, it's been all over the country, but let's not, we're bonding. There's something going, I feel something.
I feel like I'm being shamed again. I'm back.
You look divorced, Jess. You look divorced.
I'm not.
I'm only kidding you.
I'm almost there though.
So, oh, I love that. You can say that to me anytime. Okay, so I moved to New York City in 1978, literally to make it as an actor. And for the next 29 years, I worked as a waiter. That's a lot longer than is considered understandable. By 1982, the job had lost its freshness for me. And it became one of those things I do. I don't place a premium on being the best. I would go to work essentially to leave. Always worked in a very casual restaurant, which suited me. I could never work upscale, fine dining, where you have to be with it. You have to know things. I know 2 things about wine. We have it or we don't. I had a customer said to me, what's the difference between the Cabernet and the Côte du Rhône? I said $1. Worked very briefly in a fancy restaurant. I had to go to wine tastings. You know what it's like to sit in a room for 3 hours and listen to this? Does anybody here taste raspberry? Isn't it interesting? It's so heady and generous. Such a perfect measure of balanced acidity to support the fruity flavor. Don't you think? And it ends so stylishly. I see it with venison, even grouse. What are your feelings, Brad? I feel abused and completely uninterested, with a perfect measure of utter contempt for those who are. And with a finish that is long overdue, I think this would go great with a colonoscopy. I'm at work one day, right? A guy walks in, he goes like this. He's like flagging me down as he's being led to the table. So I walked over and he says to me, I'm in a hurry. I said, so go. Now, being a waiter for a long time, my friends, is very humbling. But I could live with myself if I didn't have a family, because that's where the pressure comes from. You know what it's like when you're not successful? Your mother tells you about somebody who is. Did you know that Jack's son just sold his business for $90 million? See, I didn't know that. But I'm glad she told me, because otherwise I wouldn't feel like shit. I mean, I hear success stories that are mind-boggling. This one's the top headache doctor in the world. This one's building a home in Florida, 125,000 square feet. Can you imagine what she tells her friends about me? If all goes well, I think Brad is going to buy a bookcase. I was on a bus the other day, right? I'm in New York. A woman sitting behind me having a cell phone conversation, one of these upbeat, perky, living her life at my expense, cell phone conversation. Michael's taking me to Barbados. I love my ranch. Oh, guess what? We saw a house in the Hamptons we both like. You'll have to come out. So I took out my cell phone. I started showcasing my life. I just borrowed $5 from a busboy. Haven't had a girlfriend since Watergate. Oh, guess what? For my summer vacation, I put my fan on high. My doctor tells me, I'm not saying a light, so I'm just saying tops of heads.
Don't worry, no one else did.
Okay. So everybody with the eating and all that, during this, my cholesterol is high. I went for a physical, and my doctor, I glaze donuts for breakfast. I eat a pint of ice cream at least 4 nights a week. If I didn't exercise as much as I do, I'd be huge. And I exercise not so much because I love to exercise. I exercise because I don't want to look the way I feel. So my doctor says to me, he says, you don't have to give up the ice cream. Eat it every once in a while. I don't want to eat it every once in a while. It doesn't appeal to me every once in a while. It appeals to me all the time. If I want something every once in a while, I'll eat fruit. I can eat fruit once a month. No problem holding out. 22 years since I've had a craving for an apple. What is there, I ask you, to satisfy my need for comfort that is good for you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And don't tell me there is. Don't give me this. Oh, try Molly's non-fat frozen vanilla ice cream substitute. It's delicious. It's delicious if you compare it to hay. And I'm going to leave you with this one. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to tell you a joke. Is that all right? Can I just tell a joke?
Yeah.
I love telling jokes. I love telling jokes. So an elderly Jewish man goes out on a date with an elderly Jewish woman. And after dinner, she invites him up to her apartment, and they're sitting there. Slowly, she starts to undress. She ends up naked, except she's wearing a pair of black underwear. He says, why are you wearing black underwear? She says, my husband passed away. I'm still in mourning. You are not to go below my waist. So he doesn't. 2 nights later, they go out on another date. They end up in her apartment. She starts to undress. This time he does too. So she's wearing black underwear. He's wearing a black condom. She says, why are you wearing a black condom? He says, I'm paying a shiva call. Bob, you didn't get that joke, did you, Bob?
I got it.
Bob.
Ozzy didn't get it.
Bob,
Yeah, I got it. Ozzy didn't get it.
Bob, guy gets into bed naked with his wife. He says, I'm going to make you the happiest person on earth. She says, I'm going to miss you. Bob, 90-year-old woman says to her husband, honey, come upstairs and make love. He says, I can't do both. Thank you, everybody. You've been delightful.
Hey.
Excellent.
Fantastic. You guys, this has been a great show tonight. Everyone was so good. Oh my God. I loved it. The lineup.
Yes, are you really married?
Yeah, 21 years.
Because I'm attracted to you.
Oh, boy.
It's so cute.
Uh-oh, what's up?
I want to hold.
I'm psychotic.
I want to hold your mask. I want to hold your mask.
Wait, are we having a breaking news? Are we having breaking news?
Somebody can break in if you want.
I'd like to speak to HR.
Breaking news.
In her
Breaking
car.
news, breaking news. I just turned on my spotlight, AKA my overhead light. So Brad gets like a free card. I really can't do anything to him because I'm a Brooklyn Jew and he just sounds like my whole family. So I loved listening to him. However, the end, it was like listening to my dad's jokes because that's my dad's jokes. Those are all my dad's jokes. Like he
Cynthia,
like
Cynthia,
all of
Cynthia, I don't like you as much as I like Jess. Just being honest.
I was just gonna say, I'm a little annoyed by Jessica because, you know, we've got me and Eugenia on here who are supposed to be these blonde supermodels, and the comics only hit on Jessica. And they just think that me and Eugenia are just chopped liver.
Okay, first of all, it's
Fuck you,
because-
Jessica, and your stupid blonde hair. Stop it. You're taking all our comics away from us. Everybody wants you. None of the comics. Do you know how bad I want to date a comic? I've been trying to date male comics for so long, Jessica. Oh yeah, you too, Denise. You, Denise and Jessica. I want a male comic. You have no idea how badly I want to be with a male comic, and you keep taking them all.
What about Mary Kennedy? I'm from Camelot. What the hell? Jeez, I'm invisible.
Cynthia, you're gorgeous.
Yeah, but you're only hitting on Jessica. You're only hitting on Jessica.
Nobody's hitting on Mary.
I don't like
very
you
upset.
women.
And I'm like,
Let's just shift the gear. Okay.
And I can't show you guys my belly, but I am 8 months pregnant now.
Yeah.
So I've only
But
got a
you
little
still
bit more
want the
to go.
attention. That's amazing.
Yes.
Well, because I'm literally, I think Brad doesn't know anything about me, but I have 3 kids right now that are under 4 years old. And in January, I'm about to have 4 under 4. So the whole time that this show's been going on, I've been handling 3 kids, and now I'm like in the minivan. And Brad, you do the Brad, do you do the cellar?
Sweetheart, I don't do clubs. I stopped doing clubs a long time ago, and I've been touring. I'm working on the sequel called My Rise to the Middle.
Because I was just going to ask if you knew Steve Fabricant or any of the guys from New York. Okay, that's all.
I know a lot of them. A lot of the guys. In fact, I think you'd be great with Todd Barry if you're looking for Jewish comics. I could see you with Todd Barry.
No, I love Jewish comics. I love them.
I know. I know all the guys at the cellar though, because they're all friends of mine.
Yeah, so Steve's the booker. So, you know, Noam's the owner, and then Steve's the booker. And so, no, it was just something that about you that was just was reminding me of Steve, you know, but in a good way, You were like a comfort dinner for me, Brad, because I've missed New York so much. So thank you. I'm going to sleep so well tonight. That was better than Pornhub. Thank you, Brad.
this is awesome. I don't play any of the clubs right now, but I have to say, I do have a comedy game show featuring stand-up comedians, shameless plug, called Equips. It's a lexicon comedy game show, and it's featuring stand-up comedians. So I'm hoping to have everybody on here, and it'll be great. So yeah, that's my little shameless plug. Thank you.
But it's not competitive, she said.
Bye.
Good night. Are you leaving? Bye.
All right, who are we going to? Are we going back to Jessica?
Let's flip it off and let's close it up, right?
Yes.
There we go. We're going back to Jessica.
Thank you, Cynthia, for coming in. I missed you, girl. I've missed you the last few shows.
Yes, thank you, Cynthia.
Cynthia, thank you so much for stopping in.
Cynthia,
Sorry, I couldn't be around to do this head.
Cynthia.
And by the way, Jessica, yeah, I would really prefer it if you, yeah. Jessica.
yes,
Jessica, can you hear me?
yes.
Oh, yeah. So I wasn't able to chime in earlier when you were not referring to me as my proper title as Doc. So from now on, I would like you to introduce me as Doctor. And also, it's going to be Dr. Cynthia MBA.
Okay, girl.
That's right.
Doctor.
That's right.
Now, Cynthia, yes, absolutely.
All right, girl, you got it.
Bye, everybody.
Brad,
Guys.
Thank you,
thank you
Brad.
for everything, Brad.
Bye,
You were
guys.
really good. Bob, thank you.
Love you all.
Fun.
Bye.
Thank you, Brad.
JT,
Excellent, my
thank you,
friend.
JT.
Thank
Donate
you.
to Cancer Schmancer.
Yeah.
Manser.
Schmancer.
Cancer Schmancer.
Ah,
That was
we got
You
transgression. We
guys,
started
Jessica
were,
now.
you guys and gals were
Cancer
excellent.
Schmancer.
You are a credit to our profession.
Oh, no, everybody was great. You want to close us off, Denise? Whoa, hold on. I want to thank Denise for setting up the Zoom. I want to thank Ann being the co-producer. I want to thank Mark for also being the co-producer and the producer and getting it all together and setting it all up. You guys are heroes. So thank you, thank you, thank you for always putting these shows up.
All right, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. The best hostess with the most.
Yes, thank you, Jessica.
And
Where's my-
Jessica, you
Jessica,
rock.
woo!
I love you guys. I'm so glad you're doing better.
I am
You are, right?
me.
Yeah.
I am. I'm on the mend. I've taken all kinds of radiation